Um, so I have an idea for a movie that I want to pitch you. So I wrote this movie called Burger Bait, and it's about this guy who is working at the drive-thru of Burger Bait, a fast food restaurant like in the South, in the deep South. And he begins to live stream himself on this platform called Weaver, Weever. And the idea behind this platform is that you can only stream yourself one time, and then you can never stream again. So
you're making a Twitter and tweeting once, and that tweet defines you.
But you can only go live one time. So the idea of whoever created it is that if everyone on the platform can only go live one time, it'll promote better content. So if you only have one chance to do something, then hopefully it'll be better. That's the idea behind it. You can't follow anyone. You can't do any of that.
Yeah.
You can donate and you can chat, but you cannot ever see them again after the stream. So he begins to live stream himself on Weaver. And that kind of says a little bit about the character of he's just working his job as a drive-thru, attending the drive-thru at a fast food restaurant. That's what he's going to use his one stream on, because that's kind of the most interesting thing in his life right now. If you know sort of a little bit about the live streaming community, there are people who live stream themselves professionally. And these people will, let's say someone's live streaming themselves walking around, maybe they have their phone on a selfie stick and they're live streaming themselves, and they walk into a McDonald's and they're going to go order a cheeseburger. And let's say they have 300 people watching them.
Okay.
Now, sometimes the viewers who are watching them can begin to influence real life. So the guy walks into the selfie stick and maybe he's wearing a backpack, and someone calls that McDonald's. They figure out which McDonald's he's in. They call it, one of the viewers, call that McDonald's, and they say, hey, that guy who just walked in with the selfie stick and backpack, he has a bomb in his backpack. And then he gets thrown out. Or he could say they could say a number of things to get him in trouble. And get him thrown out. And they're doing that for entertainment. They're doing that because they're watching this live, and they can affect someone else's life in real life, but through a computer, through being completely anonymous.
Yeah.
So Travis, our main guy, he begins to live stream himself, and as the live stream gets more and more popular, they sort of begin to mess with his life and try and figure out where he is. One of the biggest things is he doesn't want anyone to know where he is. Eventually when they do figure out his location, bad things start to happen, to the point where he's just trying to keep his job by the end of the night. But all this attention, this newfound attention from suddenly ramping up to hundreds of viewers, he is he doesn't want to shut the stream off because he can never stream ever again. This is one chance. And so he sort of battles with that. It's a movie about the internet. It's a movie about what the internet can do to you and what people who hide behind a screen can really affect real life and what is really happening. And it's a study of the live streaming community in itself. So that's the movie part. It's very contained. He's literally at the drive-thru the entire movie. It's a very contained movie that's designed to be shot during a pandemic, right? Very small, low budget. He's sitting at a window live streaming on his phone the whole time. And that goes to the next part, which the entire thing looks like a live stream. So it looks like a live stream that was recorded a couple days ago. So when you click on this video, it's going to take you over to Weaver, and it's going to say, a couple days ago this was streamed, and you're watching the video of the replay. So you're going to see chat going down the side. You're going to see how many viewers there are. You're going to see donations that pop up. And it's just going to look exactly like a live stream. If someone stumbled upon this who have no idea what it is, they would just think that it's a live stream.
Yeah.
So the way I'm going to distribute it is completely for free. I'm going to drop a link on a platform, maybe like Reddit, and the title of the post is going to say, Burger Bait employee dies on live stream. Not safe for work. Skip to 120 minutes to see death. Okay? So they're going to click on that link. It's going to take them over to Weaver to this video. People are just going to stumble upon this thing. And the reason I'm releasing it for free is because there's no way for me to ask you to pay for a video of a live stream that happened a couple days ago.
Yeah.
That's what is it? Rent my VOD of the live stream from 3 days ago for $3.99. It makes no sense.
No.
So the only way to do it is to have the movie fully funded up front, with no promise on the back end. No investors can be like, yeah, I'll give you $15,000 for a movie that you're not going to make any profit with. Yeah, sure, great. So I have to fund it completely and then not expect any profit on the back end. So the way I'm going to do that is with Kickstarter. And I, at first, wasn't really keen on doing it through Kickstarter, but I think I've sort of settled on that. But basically, the way I'm going to do it that's different from everyone else is that I'm going to treat my backers, people who put money in to fund the project, I'm going to treat them as if they were investors and producers. Like real investors, real producers, not just like, you'll get a digital download if you give me $20. You'll get a t-shirt for $25. Like, none of that. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to send them the script. I'm going to send them a PDF version of the script before we even start shooting for them to tell me what they think. They can give me character notes. They can give me story notes, ideas that they have.
The more you donated, the more power you have to emphasize the script or the movie.
So that's a higher level. Like, you get to read the whole entire script and then send me what you think about it, and I'll take some of your notes. Some of your notes could make it onto this movie screen, and you have directly impacted how this movie is at the end, right? The end product. And it's free. Like, I'm giving it to you for free. There's no digital downloads, no DVDs, none of that. For $25, I'm going to have someone on set live streaming the entire making of this movie. So we're going to shoot for 10 nights straight, probably 6 to 9 hours a night, and I'm going to have someone with a live stream watching the whole movie. You're going to be able to see everything that goes into making a feature film, all of the behind the scenes, like never before seen access. So for $25, you get exclusive access to how to make a film from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Not a documentary about, I've done that.
Yeah.
A documentary about how we made the movie. Not a 6-part series about how we make the movie. It's the raw footage. You're going to see every single take, every single screw up, every mistake that happens, you get to see. If we fail, you get to see it live.
Yeah.
And you get to chat and interact with us on set. It's a $25 film school. So, on top of that, not only am I trying to, I'm taking my backers and putting them next to me on set as close as I can during a pandemic. I'm putting them next to me, treating them better than producers and investors are treated, to be honest. Beyond that, not only am I giving them all of this in the Kickstarter package, all of this, exclusive access, but I'm also going to be live streaming myself for 30 days in September for 12 hours a day. So while this campaign is running, I'm going to be here completely available for anyone who wants to ask questions, who wants to talk about the project.
That's going to make the next bump up.
If you just want to talk about movies, I'm going to be here 12 hours a day available to anyone who is even considering backing the Kickstarter. I'm fully open. I'm fully here at their disposal.
That's going to be the lowest tier?
That's 25. Or no, that's just for free. I'm doing that whether this project gets funded or not. At the 30 days, I could not get the 15,000, and I've still live streamed myself for 30 days. That's a possibility. People get to watch me fail live if that's the case.
It's a heck of an idea.
So what do you think about the idea?
I think you nailed the unique factor. I think you nailed the COVID-19 pandemic quarantine, stay at home, 6 feet, the whole 9 yards, everything. Mm-hmm. You nailed the, I think people want to be more involved, because that's a big thing. Is everybody loves to be the biggest and worst or your best critic of any television series or movie, whatever.
Yeah.
Any cinema, really.
Yeah.
And no one's voice is ever heard unless you're a film great or you actually are a critic or a journalist. But this gives the opportunity for people not only to criticize it, but to help shape and be a part of it. And that's an experience I don't think anyone can ever say they've ever had.
Yeah.
Or the average Joe.
I mean, think about this. I'm live streaming myself make a movie about a guy live streaming himself. This is something never been done before. This is something that, in the movie, our main character is affected by what these characters are saying, or what the chat is saying. I could be affected by us making the movie.
Yeah.
They could affect the entire ending of the movie. They could affect the movie as a whole. How does someone live streaming themselves nonstop affect a movie being made and live streaming from beginning to end?
And you're shooting in September, I assume. So it means you could be shooting it
October. Because
we're shooting in October.
Campaign will be from September 1st to September 30th.
And then you're okay.
And if you like this idea, you can go to burgerbait.com. The campaign is live right now.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
Nice.
So it's happening, dude. I wanted your opinion, awesome. But it's also happening. So